May the 2nd, Psalm 103:19. The Lord hath prepared his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom ruleth over all. Sometime since, in the early spring, I was going out my door when round the corner came a blast of east wind, defiant and pitiless, fierce and withering, sending a cloud of dust before it. I was just taking the latchkey from the door as I said, half impatiently, "I wish the wind would—" I was going to say change, but the word was checked, and the sentence was never finished. As I went on my way, the incident became a parable to me. There came an angel holding out a key, and he said, "My master sends thee his love, and bids me give you this." "What is it?" I asked, wondering. "The key of the winds," said the angel, and disappeared. Now indeed should I be happy. I hurried away up into the heights whence the winds came, and stood amongst the caves. "I will have done with the east wind at any rate, and that shall plague us no more," I cried, and calling in that friendless wind, I closed the door and heard the echoes ringing in the hollow places. I turned the key triumphantly. "There," I said, "now we have done with that." What shall I choose in its place? I asked myself, looking about me. The south wind is pleasant, and I thought of the lambs and the young life on every hand, and the flowers that had begun to deck the hedgerows. But as I set the key within the door, it began to burn my hand. "What am I doing?" I cried. "Who knows what mischief I may bring about? How do I know what the fields want? 10,000 things of ill may come of this foolish wish of mine." Bewildered and ashamed, I stood up and prayed that the Lord would send his angel again to take the key, and for my part, I promised that I would never want to have it any more. But lo, the Lord himself stood by me. He reached his hand to take the key, and as I laid it down, I saw that it rested against the sacred wound print. It hurt me indeed that I could ever have murmured against anything wrought by him who bears such sacred tokens of his love. Then he took the key and hung it on his girdle. "Dost thou keep the key of the winds?" I asked. "I do, my child," he answered graciously. And lo, I looked again, and there hung all the keys of all my life. He saw my look of amazement and asked, "Didst thou not know, my child, that my kingdom ruleth over all?" "Over all, my Lord," I answered. "Then it's not safe for me to murmur at anything." Then did he lay his hand upon me tenderly. "My child," he said, "thy only safety is, in everything, to love and trust and praise."